Hi! Today on Araw-Araw Filipino, we will continue to learn to talk about your actions in Filipino language. This is part 4 of a series of 4 lessons on action words. Let us start with some example sentences. I threw the garbage. Itinapon ko ang basura. I does not translate to ko, but is the closest. Ko in the Filipino version is actually me. So, threw me the garbage. Threw, itinapon. The, ang. Garbage, basura. I am throwing the broken items. Itinatapon ko ang mga sirang bagay. Again, I am does not translate to ko because ko is me. The Filipino version is more like throwing me the broken items. Throwing, itinatapon. Broken, sirang. Items, mga bagay. I will throw my old bag too. Itatapon ko din ang lumang bag ko. Will throw, itatapon. My is ko. Old, lumang. To is din. And we use the English word bag because that is also what we will say in everyday Filipino. So what you see here are the ways to say the past, present, and future tenses of the word throw or tapon in Filipino. Let us look at what's new with these words. We have formed the different tenses by adding the letter I or pronounced E as a prefix and in as an infix. Similar to our lesson in part 3, when we use the prefix I and an infix of in, the focus of the sentence is the object of an action. In this case, the garbage is what was thrown, so it's the subject of throwing, and broken items too, and the old bag. Previously, we learned about using the affixes nag, mag, in, and hin in part 1 to 3 of this series. These are only a few of many affixes or panlapi in the Filipino language, which we use to form the different tenses of verbs. I will put the link to these lessons, part 1 to 3, in the description. Our lesson today will focus on words using I as a prefix and ni as an infix. Although we already learned the use of in, we will use it again in this lesson. Here are the rules of conjugation or pagbanghay for verbs that start with a consonant. So throw, tapon. This is only the root word. To form the past tense of threw, we use I plus ta plus in plus apon. So you see what we did there? After adding a prefix of I, we took the first two letters of the first syllable of tapon and inserted an in. So it becomes itinapon. The present tense throwing, we will need to use again I as a prefix plus again an in between the first two letters of the first syllable of the word plus the root word. So itinatapon. And for future tense, will throw, we use the prefix e plus the first two letters of the first syllable plus the root word, itatapon. And for the imperative form, to throw, we use a prefix of e plus the root word, itapon. Now here are the rules of conjugation or pagbanghay for Filipino verbs that start with a vowel. Hand is abot. This is the root word. The past tense handed needs e as a prefix plus ni plus the root word. So, iniabot. Handing, the present tense. We need an e plus ni plus the first syllable of the root word plus the root word. So, iniaabot. The future tense will hand needs an e plus the first syllable plus the root word. So, iaabot. To hand, the imperative form needs an e plus the root word, iabot. Here are the words that we will use for this lesson. We have already seen throw or tapon, as well as hand or abot. Now to move an object, lipat. To put aside an object, tabi. And to put an object on a different spot, lagay. So all of these words talk about moving an object. That is a common way for us to use the prefix e. It is for words that are about moving objects. So, let us look at them in the past tense or nagdaan. Through, itinapon. Handed, iniabot. Moved, inilipat. The past tense of put aside, itinabi. And the past tense of put on, inilagay. Now let us look at the present tense or kasalukuyan. Throwing, itinatapon. Handing, iniaabot. Moving, inililipat. Putting aside, itinatabi. Putting on a different surface, inilalagay. Now let us look at the future tense or hinaharap. Will throw, itatapon. Will hand, iaabot. Will move, ililipat. Will put aside, itatabi. And will put on a different spot, ilalagay. Now let us look at the imperative form, which is to express intent or give an order, balak o utos. To throw, itapon. To hand, iabot. To move, ilipat. To put aside, itabi. To put on a different surface, ilagay. Now let's make some sentences, starting with the word hand or abot. Hand the key to Jane. Iabot mo ang susi kay Jane. Now this is an order or a command. So, hand is iabot. The ang key susi. To Jane, kay Jane. In the English sentence, hand the key to Jane, it is implied that there is a person who will do this. We just omitted you, but it is you hand the key to Jane. And that is why in the Filipino version, there is a mo. I already handed it to her earlier. Iniabot ko na ito sa kaniya kanina. Already, na, handed, iniabot. It, ito. To, sa. Her, kaniya. And earlier, kanina. I am handing the key to her now. Iniaabot ko na ang susi sa kaniya ngayon. Handing, iniaabot. Now, ngayon. I will hand it to her later. Iaabot ko ito sa kaniya mamaya. Will hand, iaabot. Later, mamaya. The pattern from these sentences is that we start the sentence with the verb or action word. So the words in green, iabot, iniabot, iniaabot, iaabot. And then followed by the owner of the action, which is mo or ko. And then the object of the action, which is the key, ang susi, or it, ito. And then the recipient of the object, which is Jane, or sa kanya. And then we can also add a time of action, just like kanina, ngayon, or mamaya. Now let us use the word move or lipat. Move the chair to the room. Ilipat mo ang upuan sa kwarto. Move, ilipat. Chair, upuan. To the, sa. Room, kwarto. I already moved it to the kitchen. Inilipat ko na ito sa kusina. Moved, inilipat. Kitchen, kusina. I am moving a chair now. Inililipat ko ang isang upuan ngayon. Moving, inililipat. A, ang isang. I will move it to level 1. Ililipat ko ito sa level 1. Will move, ililipat. To, sa. Now let us use the phrase put aside. The root word is tabi. Put your phone aside. Itabi mo ang phone mo. So this is a command. So, put aside, itabi. Your, mo. And we just use the English word phone in the Filipino version too. I have already put it aside. Itinabi ko na ito. Have put aside, itinabi. I am putting it aside right now. Itinatabi ko ito ngayon na. Putting aside, itinatabi. Right now, ngayon na. I will put it aside. Just a second. Itatabi ko ito. Sandali lang. Will put aside, itatabi. Just is lang, and a second is sandali. That's a very handy phrase, isn't it? Just a second, sandali lang. Now here is a last set of sentences using put or lagay. Put the phone on the table. Ilagay mo ang phone sa mesa. Put, the imperative form is ilagay. On the, sa. Table, mesa. I have already put it on the bench. Inilagay ko na ito sa bench. Have put, inilagay. I am putting it on the counter. Inilalagay ko ito sa counter. Putting, inilalagay. Okay, I will put it on the table. Sige, ilalagay ko ito sa mesa. Will put, ilalagay. Remember the word okay is sige in Filipino. Before we end our lesson, here is a new set of words for you to practice on. Put away, ligpit, fold, tiklop, hang, sampay, give, bigay, pour, buhos. Again, put away, ligpit, fold, tiklop, hang, as in hang your clothes, hang your laundry, sampay, give, as in give an object to someone, bigay, pour, buhos. There is a list of more words for you, and the link is in the description below. That is our lesson today. And for your homework, write about things you did, are doing, and will do with a focus on objects in Filipino. Practice reading it out loud. Practice talking about your actions with other people in Filipino. I hope you can join us again next time on Araw-Araw Filipino. Thank you. Salamat po. Now, a few words from my son, Max.
Thought this video was cool? Watch the next one and like and subscribe to the channel too if you haven't yet.
Bye-bye.
Bye!